Good evening, fans. Sim Sports Studio present historical Formula 1 Grand Prix by 1975, and we are present Grand Prix Monza in by Italy country. 22 races and historical Grand Prix and stars beginning we now and race and look at the starting grid and first place and Emerson Fittipaldi by McLaren and second James Hunt Hesketh by third Niki Lauda Ferrari. This for Jody Scheckter Tyrrell. And fifth place Carlos Reutemann Brabham team. Second place teammate Carlos Passi. Seventh Clay Regazzoni Ferrari. Jochen Mass by 8th place, 9 Patrick Depailler Tyrrell. Ronnie Peterson in 10th place by Lotus driver Vittorio Brambilla, March an Italian driver in its home and grid and middle by 12 Jacques Lafitte by Williams teams, Jean-Pierre Jarier 13th place by Team Shadow, Tom Price Shadow teammate 14th place. Bob Evans, Chris Heyman, Wilson Fittipaldi by 17 and 18 Jackie X, Lotus teammate Ronnie Patterson in ahead. Pelotons 19 Thorsten Palm, Hesketh 20 Lole Lombardi by March team, 21 Ralph Wandering Ensign and 22 Arturo Merzario by Williams. 20 laps to go by Monza Grand Prix, 1 pit stop strategy, and we start the race. Dry weather, we waiting, no rain, and look at the start. And now we started Emerson Fittipaldi by James Hunt and Niki Lauda, Jody Scheckter. Be waiting, red light and green light now and starting the race. Emerson Fittipaldi in first place, Niki Lauda by second, James Hunt third, James Hunt one place. Забыл как проиграть. Че говоришь? Нет, выключи, пожалуйста. And we come back and Monza Grand Prix in first place. Emerson Fittipaldi, James Hunt passed Emerson Fittipaldi. The third, Niki Lauda tried past James Hunt, Parabolica behind and starting line. Racing 1 lap to go and fastered Emerson Fittipaldi. James Hunt in second place. The first Emerson Fittipaldi. James Hunt tried past it. Emerson Fittipaldi. Niki Lauda third. Carlos Passi fourth. Fifth place. Carlos Reutemann. Jody Scheckter 6. Clay Regazzoni 7. Patrick Depailler 8. Ronnie Peterson by Lotus 9th place. Jochen Mass and 3 seconds behind. And we'll look at James Hunt. James Hunt tried to win. James Hunt James Hunt and Emerson Fittipaldi. James Hunt, Parapolica. James Hunt try pass it. But Emerson Fittipaldi there, third place. Emerson Fittipaldi leader in the race. Niki Lauda third. And James Hunt starting line. Emerson Fittipaldi fastest lap to go. And 2 laps behind and 18 laps to go now. James Hunt in second, Niki Lauda third, Niki Lauda and Carlos Pace. Carlos Pace by Brabham team. Brabham team in fourth place. In fifth place, Carlos Reutemann, but Jody Scheckter not on Tyrrell. Number 3, Jody Scheckter. We try to move ahead, and Jody Scheckter behind race line. Parabolica now, Parabolica behind. Carlos Reutemann. The 6th place now. One pit stop strategy and pit stop window. Some 10 and 15 15 laps. Sorry, 10 laps and 15 laps. In waiting. And Carlos Reutemann. We look and Ferrari racer in the 6th place. 2 Tyrrell behind, 2 Tyrrell and try pass it. All 22 drivers on the track. Nobody in out, and James Hunt in 2nd place. James Hunt 0160. And James Hunt starting line. And 4 laps to go, 4 laps behind and 16 laps to go. And Patrick Depailler at pit calls. Patrick Depailler, no failure. He's control on the race, he's control on the track. And Patrick Depailler ahead, Jody Scheckter teammate. So close, 2 racers so close. And Patrick Depailler and going to pit now. Four laps behind and 16 laps to go. Jody Scheckter on Tyrrell. Now pit calling, going to the pit. Patrick Depailler. Emerson Fittipaldi, fastest lap, 1.13. Patrick Depailler. And first in the pit stop in this race. 6-second pit stop. And Patrick Depailler, 22 place now. Behind all driver. Come back to the leader, Emerson Fittipaldi. Leader in the race. James Hunt in 2nd place. James Hunt pit call now. His car on fastest, his car and fuel, a little fuel. And now James Hunt on Haskett, going to the pits. James Hunt in the pit, Jochen Maas going to the pit, and Chris Amon going to the pits. But and Tom Price pit call, and Ralph Wandering another pit call. James Hunt, 19th place. Ahead Patrick Depailler, 20th place. James Hunt and Patrick Depailler. Jochen Maas on McLaren team driver, 21 place, and 22 place Chris Amon, one pit stop. But Jacques Lafitte on mechanical problem, Jacques Lafitte out on the race, and 21 cars on the track. Jacques Lafitte out on the race, puncture. Emerson Fittipaldi on the leader, 7 laps behind and 30 laps to go. Niki Lauda 2 seconds behind. Clay Rigazzoni 3 seconds behind. Carlos Pace 3 seconds behind. Carlos Reutemann 3 seconds behind. Jody Scheckter 6 seconds behind. Jody Scheckter 6th place. And Emerson Fittipaldi leader and race McLaren driver. Niki Lauda Ferrari driver teammate Clay Regazzoni, and to Brabham now 5th and 6th place. Now Jean-Pierre Jarier, pit call, but Jean-Pierre Jarier 21 place. So we can see Carlos Reutemann try to pass a teammate. Carlos Reutemann heavy battle now we see, and Carlos Reutemann 4th place ahead, but Carlos Pace try. Niki Lauda second. Niki Lauda 2nd place and 2 seconds behind. Clay Rigazzoni pit call now. Clay Rigazzoni going to the pits on this lap. We see a Clay Rigazzoni in the pits, down in the 7th place. And pit stop, 5 seconds. Not bad by Clay Rigazzoni. 10th place, 11th place. Come back on the track. And Clay Rigazzoni and James Hunt. James Hunt behind Clay Rigazzoni. 12th place, but he ahead James Hunt. Ronnie Peterson now. Ronnie Peterson now on the pit stop. A Lotus going to the pit now. Ronnie Peterson, 6th place. But we can see soon Emerson Fittipaldi going to the pits after 10 laps. Ronnie Peterson 2nd. Pits, come back on the track, and Ronnie Peterson 13th place. Jochen Mass behind. James Hunt ahead. But ahead Clay Rigazzoni. 10th place. Come back on the leader. And Emerson Fittipaldi is key moment on this Grand Prix. Emerson Fittipaldi. Pit stop now. Pit stop leader now. And Carlos Reutemann in the pits, 6nd. Going to the pits and come back on the track, Emerson Fittipaldi in 4th place. Emerson Fittipaldi in 4th place, 3rd Jody Scheckter, Carlos Pace in the 2nd, and Niki Lauda, new leader. New leader now, but Niki Lauda, it's going to pit stop soon, very soon. And Carlos Pace pit call now. Emerson Fittipaldi 4th place. 5th Torsten Palm, but Torsten Palm 0 pit stop. He waiting. Torsten Palm. And Arturo Merzario pit call now. Carlos Pace in the pit. And maybe key moment on battle on the place and point zone. Carlos Pace 6nd. Carlos Pace come back on the track, and Carlos Reutemann behind. Oh, Carlos Reutemann ahead, but James Hunt behind. James Hunt and Clay Rigazzoni and Carlos Reutemann. We can see James Hunt battle on Carlos Pace in 6th place. Interesting. James Hunt very faster, but Carlos Pace maybe faster. Niki Lauda on the pit. Niki Lauda 6 seconds, 7 seconds. Pit. Come back on the track. And we can see Clay Rigazzoni and Niki Lauda. Torsten Palm and 2nd place. Oh, sorry, 3rd place. Emerson Fittipaldi 2nd place. And new leader Jody Scheckter. 0 pit stop. 13 laps behind and 7 laps to go. Jody Scheckter, new leader. But Emerson Fittipaldi, real leader now. Niki Lauda trusts. And victory, Grand Prix by James Hunt. James Hunt, engine problems, and James Hunt, maybe mechanical problems, in out of the race. Yes, James Hunt out of the race. It's not going to pit stop. It's not going. His engineer failure, bloody engine. Sorry. And James Hunt out of the race. Sorry. British driver may battle on the victory. Comeback on the leader, Jody Scheckter now, and Ronnie Peterson, bloody engine, Ronnie Peterson out of the race too. Very careful. And racer, oil on the track, and bloody engine Lotus. And Ronnie Peterson out on the race soon. Jody Scheckter and Thorsten Palm and Emerson Fittipaldi down on the place, and now he's fourth place, and Niki Lauda in third. And real battle to the victory. Niki Lauda, real leader, and Emerson Fittipaldi is second place. Soon, Emerson Fittipaldi. 5 laps to go. And Thorsten Palm. And going to the P. Oh, Emerson Fittipaldi, and Niki Lauda and Clay Regazzoni. 3 cars battle on the grid to the victory. And Curva Grande. 3 cars. So close. Very incredible battle. 2 Ferrari and 1 McLaren. Emerson Fittipaldi in third place. Clay Regazzoni to the second. And new leader, Niki Lauda on Ferrari. But Clay Regazzoni fast, and Clay Regazzoni tried to pass Niki Lauda. But Emerson Fittipaldi on the game. Emerson Fittipaldi not lose. Emerson Fittipaldi tries to pass Clay Regazzoni. 3 cars on 1 second. And 2 Brabham, and 4th and 5th place. Niki Lauda leader. And 3 laps to go. Clay Regazzoni second place, but Emerson Fittipaldi passed on Ferrari racer. Whoa! Emerson Fittipaldi, the leader. The leader now, new leader Emerson Fittipaldi. Niki Lauda second place, Clay Regazzoni third. Carlos Reutemann fourth place, and fifth place Carlos Pace. Lose the speed to Ferrari and Guy on McLaren, and world championship and world champion. 1975, Emerson Fittipaldi going to the leader. 2 laps to go. Emerson Fittipaldi in the leader. Niki Lauda second place, 3 seconds behind. 4 seconds behind Clay Regazzoni, Carlos Reutemann 4 seconds behind. Carlos Pace in 5th place. And 6, Jody Scheckter. 7, Patrick DePalia. 8, Chris Amon, Tom Price. 9, and Jackie X. 10th place. Monza Grand Prix. And McLaren going to the victory. And Brazilian driver going to the victory. Fantastic racer now. Emerson beginning the race, the leader. Lose the leader, down on the 3rd place. And happy end. He's waiting. Emerson Fittipaldi. 19 laps behind and 1 lap to go. Last lap. Last lap, McLaren racing, engine problems. Chris Amon out of the race for mechanical problem. Emerson Fittipaldi, new leader. Emerson Fittipaldi, Curva Grande. Behind. Niki Lauda. And 3rd place, Carlos Reutemann. Clay Regazzoni, 4th place, Ferrari on the podium. But 1 Ferrari and 2nd Ferrari in 4th place. Last lap. But Parabolica engine problem. Chris Amon. Emerson Fittipaldi, Parabolica. And Emerson Fittipaldi win the race now. Emerson Fittipaldi 1st place. Niki Lauda 2nd place. Carlos Reutemann 3rd place. 4th, Clay Regazzoni. 5th, Carlos Pace. And 6th, Jody Scheckter, Jackie X. And mechanical problem. Emerson Fittipaldi, winner in the race. 25 minutes behind. And Emerson Fittipaldi, best of the best. Cinespot Studio presents historical races by Formula 1, 1975 Grand Prix Monza, and goodbye, friends. А еще звука-то нет.